All right, hello and welcome. My microphone wasn't working, so let's try this again. We are here. We're looking at corporations. I have not seen what we are or what we have today. We're doing a solo challenge. We have to terraform the whole planet in 12 generations or less. We want to get 63 TR and 100 points for the trifecta. The more points, the better. Let's have a look. Immediately, we got Mining Guild, so placements on the board are strong. Stormcraft, Floater Synergy, and Arcadian, again placing on the board is strong. A little bit more mighty, a little bit more steel up front and resources up front, and the placements you want to do later in the game, whereas Mining Guild you want placements as soon as possible. Let's have a check here. More steel available, some energy, and some plants. I mean, those are all placement related. Steel for building cards, energy for cities, and plants for greeneries. None of these preludes are actually turn 1 placements, but we might have some cards to do more. None of them are all floater related either. But I guess, look at this. This is crazy. Earth Office is amazing. Luna Metropolis scales on the Earth tags. Again, not really much for placements here, but a lot of discount, card draw, income, potential. It requires us to get more science tags, though, to get anything out. So science is a premium. Building tags work well. We don't have any science tags here, unfortunately. We do have some energy and some starting steel, maybe even starting... we could get another building tag. This is pretty weak, but it could be, if you think of it as 3 income, and the fact that I don't have much to play on the first turn, it might be better than supply drop. None of these really matter to me, to be honest. I'm not going to do Mining Guild, because I just don't have anything for it on the first turn. Stormcraft, I just don't think it's strong. But to me, it's just a weaker Celestic. Celestic, you at least get 2 cards for your trouble to make sure you get a synergy. We have no synergy, not in the colonies, not in the cards. So I'm going to just go with Arcadian. $40 is like almost the most we can get. $20 worth of steel, as long as I have a building card I want to play, which I do, works out. And yeah, the fact that over the course of the game, I'll get $33, $30 of placement. It might actually be 36 because you get place a community marker and then you get the action to do so. So maybe you get 13, 1 per gen plus 1 bonus. Anyway, you can also claim territory using other cards, though that's easy to miss, so I might not do that perfectly. There's only 1 card, I think, in the base game that does it. Anyway, so starting energy and either titanium or... plant. Again, the plant does give you some placements. I want the supplier because getting to 3 energy is so critical. I don't actually have another way of getting in energy, so it could be better to just go with the titanium. But I also don't have anything titanium related to do. Also, I didn't even consider the start of just playing around Terraforming Ganymede, but the Jovians just do not have much to really get me excited. So we'll live and let die on that. I don't even know what I'll do in the first gen, though. Like, maybe just play a domed crater. Like, it sounds insane. It does not sound effective or smart. But I want you, and then this one, not the open city, but these ones are all great. We have -2 income. We have a lot of... I really love a city here. We have a lot of potential. We do have some energy, so maybe the play here is to just get the domed crater, get some income coming in using that steel. We can get our little bit of money back for placing... And then with my leftover money, I only have 2 building tags. I'd love to get more than 1 income from this. I don't want to play Luna Metropolis before Subcrust. So I think I build a colony. And we can get a steel production. And then if I do get to trade, I'll have a place to really fund anything that's building tag related very quickly. We're up to a lot of plants. I might take an early ocean. If I do get an ocean card, I'd love to fill that out. Space tags, I don't have any played, so satellites isn't looking that exciting. I could have one in the future. Building industry is a great way to get rid of the rest of my energy. And then, you know what? Cheap ocean? I don't mind that. For the record, I don't want to be out of energy. I want to have energy to do trades and stuff, but being able to get two steel production this early really does look good for us. And then again, next turn I'll have enough plants for a greenery, so as long as I get an ocean here, we'll be in good shape. $14 is not much of anything. We could technically pay for a trade, but usually this early, that's a mistake. Like, the way to think about it is, yeah, look, I could trade with the steel colony that I've invested in and make a break-even point. You know, for $9, I could get 10 steel. Whoop-de-doo. But if I just chill and trade with this later in like 3 gens, effectively, this colony is gaining 5 steel in that time. So I have 5 steel production if I just save that $9 and spend it in a future generation. So anyway, you gotta be patient in colonies, unless again you have 3 energy, in which case just go as far as I'm concerned. Either way, let's get some heat coming in. Science with some card draw isn't bad. Ecological zone is a decent way to place a tile. It's really point centric, so I don't know that I need it. Directed impactors could be interesting as well, but I think all I'm going to do is keep claiming the tiles along the water. I'm going to do this card draw now, just because if I get a science tag, it opens up a lot for us. We didn't. We got fish and power, something, power infrastructure. I'm going to do a standard project aquifer, which normally I would never do, but I just like my placements this game. And then what? Again, I could play the ecological zone, but it doesn't give me anything right now, and I'm not planning on playing any more green tags. It would get the animals in play if I had picked an animal colony, which could have been interesting, but for now, it's nothing. I can always play Earth Office, but I've just been waiting for a reason. Come on, science tags or Earth tags? Science tags or Earth tags? Yes. The answer to that question is yes. Advanced alloys with Ceres or Triton in the game, the colonies that give metals, is incredible. So we are super into that. I'm going to play this. I'm going to get my discounts. Again, I don't have any more building stuff, right? If I wasn't on a breakpoint, I could play something different to Medical Lab, but because I have it, I'll use it. And then here, I have just enough to pay for you, subcrust, but it's better for me if I trade, because that trade will now give me 8 steel, which is worth, well, times 3, right? Not 16, but $24. 9 for $24 is great. I will overpay. Unfortunately, it doesn't leave me enough to get my space hotels this turn. But honestly, that's okay. That's okay. We have 3 science tags. If we can get a couple more mass converter first, would even be nice. If not, so be it. We'll get space hotels. That'll be our 3rd Earth tag. And then Luna Metropolis. And we're kind of running with it. I have a science tag in hand, so I really just need 1 more for me to shoot all the way up to 5. For now, we'll get help on the Venus. Jovian stuff is cool. TR and cheap stuff is cool, but let's not. Just go for another card draw instead. I would love, absolutely love to get another card and see if it's a science tag or an earth tag, but I just can't. I need to jump in on this income now, I think. I would like trading for some plants might also make sense. Just here you get $2 back, plus you get my company's location, so $3 back. So for $9, I can get $5 back. So it'll cost me $4 net, and that's pretty cool. I could even go here and just maximize the money, which I think I should do, actually, because I want to be able to play both of these, and they have a cost of $27. So here I would get 7 back. I need $1 is the worst thing. It'd be just shy. But I think we can make it work. Also, I love the idea of having a colony here first, but we are not so fortunate, son. Even this would be effective. You know, $8 worth of titanium per turn, doing the trade. I just paid 9, but it could have been 15, and I could have multiple rounds of trading, right? Instead, I need to sell a card, which isn't very fun. But that gets me my 4th Earth tag, I believe. Yep. For 4 more income, which, I mean, getting up to 13 is just such a massive swing in what we can do every generation. Again, not having any energy is, as always, hurting us. Earth stuff, like, look at all this, like, microbe, earth, discount, like, this is great. I'll even take solar power because I have all this steel that is basically burning a hole in my pocket. You know, we need to get some use out of it. Perhaps we can do the Inventors Guild. Spin-inducing asteroid, very good. If we had titanium, we would be feeling awesome. We did get something that was interesting, which is the adaptation technology. Interesting because it allows me to play mass converter now. The other thing that's almost certainly worth doing is playing the Atmo Collector this turn. So even at the cost of 1 income, playing the Atmo Collector means that I can get 3 energy to do a trade. And you might be wondering where I want to trade. Well, I actually want the 13 energy from Callisto, because I've been at this break point of getting this heat income for like 3 generations. This will give me the heat income that I want once it turns into heat. And then next turn, I can either take more heat, or I can switch into grabbing like titanium or something. Just depends. Acquired company would have loved you earlier. Rover construction, love you. GHG, sure. All the other ones get like, I love you, you're great, you're awesome. And then GHG, I'm like, fine. Robotic workforce, I think that's worthwhile. I'm not actually sure, but I think it is. And you may have noticed we have a lot of stuff that has building tags on it right now. So we should do our best to get some steel here, right? To do that, we need to trade in a floater for 3 energy. And then we get our trade. And this is awesome. The only question I have is whether or not I should have got in the Mohole Lake or get in the ecology zone first. I don't have a great placement for the greenery. That's honestly what's holding me off. I could give up on an adjacency. Feels kind of lame, but maybe it makes sense. Do that, you do this. Just because the Mohole Lake, like, I'm going to have an animal every turn, right? Like, also, I didn't save money for mass converter like an idiot, but maybe with robotic workforce we're good. Let me overpay here, and probably overpay here, and This is 9 and 8, right? So that's 17. It's perfect. I don't know what I can copy with robotic workforce, to be honest. I think it's like a plant income. Or, oh, I should have checked my building tags, but I think that this is fine, right? If I had chosen building tags, I would have got 4 income. Instead, I got 2 income and a plant income, which works out. Mass converter works out. Acquired company next turn, that's fine. I have energy for trading next turn. I have plants coming in. I mean, what's not to love? And now my whole lake has something to put animals onto. So a lot of that worked out. I really like a microbe card because I have several synergies for it. We can start getting some help on the oxygen. I don't really care about any of these, but building tags with points on them are probably worth keeping around. We have enough energy to trade. Decomposers, we like that as well. Field Cap City, we love that. Decomposers isn't a terraforming synergy, but at least it's something that we can do with our microbes if we don't get offered anything else. Also, now green tags are incredibly efficient for us because they're giving us animals and everything else. 5 steel, is that worth going for? 3 energy for 5 steel, 3 energy for $15 worth of steel. I would say that works out pretty well. I do still have rovers, so I'm looking at you. I might play this first just to get that extra card. And then this is really solid. If I play it on a location, we get money back, so I can maintain my ability to play acquired company, for instance. I could even import nutrients, but again, I'd rather wait until I get a micro card that helps me terraform. So up to 19 income. The tracks are moving. I don't have something like consistent for Venus, so I might take a little bit of help there. Big asteroid, corona extractor, imported nitrogen, all that's nice. We probably love the big asteroid, right? Anything that's metal related, metal rebate, space discount, all that stuff. We're super into that. Floating Habs really works out for us as well. It gives me, like, for $2, I can get 2 titanium using this as a conversion. I don't have rebates on events. I'm just kind of clicking around to see if I find anything interesting. But even without rebates on events, I mean, Big Asteroid is $17 for 2 bumps, and then I'm going to get $16 worth of titanium back. With the rest of my turn, though, I actually think it's time to buy that colony over here. It cost me a lot, $17, but the plant income, being able to trade to get a bunch of plants, the colony track itself being reset to a higher level every time, I think that really works for us to really accelerate this terraform. Heather, for sure. So now the big question is, like, you know, I can get more energy, that's not a question. But commercial district, I can play it here, and that will have adjacency to cities, but they're my own cities. But then I also get money back from the placement. Or I could give up on points entirely and come down for this ocean. In which case I need more money, so I need to play imported nutrients now, even without a microbe synergy. I might have to do that, because I have a lot of other microbe synergy cards. So this gets me close. Oh, I should have put it down here, actually. Because I'm still missing $1. I'm missing $1. I guess adaptation technology isn't needed. It's pretty expensive and I almost never play it. And that gives me enough to overpay using steel, but at least get an ocean. A heat bump right now would go pretty hard. I was going to take the card, but I'm at such a perfect little break point. And then, yeah, I guess the government can help me with one more Venus, and then from there, just whatever I need most. Hopefully, oxygen will be over the next break point. Right, because I don't want to give the government bump this heat bump, or I will I'll lose getting credit for it. I mean, Venusian animals and Venus discounts, all that stuff is great. It's great. It gives me something to aim for to make sure we get that 100 point requirement that we have in hand. Maxwell base, I mean, these are all like vanity things, right? They're all points focused choices. But maybe that's okay. I hate to pay for cards that are just points, but for once, I mean, I think we're in a good spot, right? We get this discount, then we can buy those floaters for $2 and convert them into titanium. I thought I needed titanium. Maybe I don't, because I already played the discount that would have used it. Still, it was better than taking heat. So now I wish I had my adaptation technology, to be honest. Because I don't want to... I want to play Venusian animals before I play anything else. We definitely have enough energy to trade. Just keeping, you know, steel and plants on low seems reasonable. I don't know if it's worth doing the tropical resort now or just wait until the very end of the game. You know, I have steel in hand. Just a bit tricky. Certainly we don't want any animals till we have Venusian. Plants are close, but not quite there. I don't know, man. There's a lot of points that we need to collect, and a lot of terraforming that we need to finish. With only 2 gens. This is helpful. This is helpful to get to 63, but I can't afford it, and these are, like, basically unplayable. Okay. Venusian is playable because the government did a bump. If we had gotten like meat industry or something, we would go so crazy right now. Your love's got me feeling so crazy right now. Still, with Gyropolis, we're gonna be looking pretty good. In fact, we can still grab things like this. I'm sure of it. We want as many tags as we can get. Asteroid Deflection System is just a card that I played to get another Earth tag, because that's going to help get more income from Gyropolis, and if it gets us a point in the meantime, that's fine. Do I need titanium? I still do. Do I need heat instead? I still do. So there is not a perfect answer to my plight. We never got a microbe card to help us terraform. Unfortunate. We at least can keep coming. Well, you know what? It's the before last turn. If I need a lot of heat, and I do, this is probably a great time to go and grab all that energy. So that's like 2 bumps worth. And again, I can use this floater for titanium, which is higher value than normal. Or I can use it for heat, and it looks like heat would actually get us to like a break point, all things being equal. Because now I have like pretty much exactly 3 bumps in hand. 12 income from this is cool. We won't need energy on the last gen, just enough to trade. So now, like, I guess you just standard project a greenery. And there's also more heat to grab, there's more cards to get. Perhaps an ocean then? An asteroid? I don't mind that as a free little pickup. Last generation, we need lots. We need a lot. A lot. In all of the categories, unfortunately. Card draw might help. This might help us get to the TR requirement. Considering the fact that I've had, like, 2 card draw all game, it's pretty depressing. Though business contacts might help. I don't think I'm going to be able to pick up enough plants, so for now I'll just grab more steel. Card draw? You know what, I'm wrong about that because I have the colony for more. This is a crazy offer. Warp Drive is incredible for points. And also, I do have a couple of cards that I could use it on. Research is usually amazing, but I already have the science tags, so I think that for on a budget, card draw business networks is the way to go. We do lose out on playing a 2 science tags, which would be 2 animals. But honestly, like, if I'm gonna just croak and lose, this Freya Biodomes is just as good anyway. So yeah, warp. Even 1 floater on this would do a lot. And technically I could do it with here, but I need my floater for a different card, you know? That floater's already spoken for, in a way. Especially if I pick up 2 more heat, then 4 heat is another bump, and that is more value than 2 titanium. Which is a bit crazy. Because we are actually getting close on the heat track. No, luxury foods, okay. We certainly want more plants. Ay. This will get us the plants that I need. We're at least getting a lot of points on this Venusian Animals card. 1 point animals that we're just rocking up with. I hate to do this, but grabbing 2 plants, again, like I was saying earlier, or not 2, instead of grabbing plants, I can grab 2 heat. And then when I convert a floater to heat instead of titanium, we have just enough. Here, I can still put a floater on this card using Maxwell base, but I don't have another one to put. So at this point, are we just looking for TR? Like, I don't really know how to proceed. I don't have any more card draw. I need so many Venus bumps. I need so much of everything, quite frankly. Even getting to 63 TR just feels impossible. Another 11 TR and only like 1 doubler in hand, like that's insanely not bueno. So perhaps we just make ourselves feel as good as possible by failing hard on the terraform, but coming out crazy on the points. It certainly is possible. This is at a break point, so playing fish is actually 2 points. And I'm thinking if you buy an ocean, you at least get the bonus greenery step. But we only get $4 back, so then I miss out on a breathing filters. But I could get my bribe committee and not make the TR look so terrible. Still, it's basically neutral on points. Not super exciting one way or the other. There you go. I mean, look, this was a weird run where we started with a cool discount in hand. We ended up going crazy on 41 points, 121. We super succeeded in our goal to get points. The problem was just, well, by the terraforming rating, you can tell we didn't really terraform the planet. Oopsie. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Ciao for now.